Hey guys, Kyle the Death Knight of Anime here, bringing you my review for Dragon Ball Super Episode 123. And wow, just wow. Um, so yeah, again, Vegeta pretty much stole the show in this episode with a new form, and there's going to be a lot of speculation, a lot of wondering as to what that new form is. Me personally, if I had to take a jab at what that epic transformation was and what the heck happened, and what we saw basically, uh, I'd say it's of course an elevated form of Super Saiyan Blue, but if I had to take a guess as to how he achieved that, I almost think that I almost want to say that in that moment where he remembered why he was fighting, like he was fighting to save Universe 6, I'd I'd say in that very moment where he remembered that he remembered Universe 6, I think he tapped into a very small portion of the Ultra Instinct power. Not enough to overtake him, but I think he only tapped into enough of its power in order to enhance his Saiyan ability, to just slightly enhance and give a boost to his Saiyan abilities. And it really and no matter and but honestly no, I don't think it really meant honestly no, pretty much no matter what it is, whether it's the Ultra Instinct doing it or something else, like what Vegeta just did there, it just fits into what he said about gaining power on his own way. And but even more so, whether or not it was Ultra Instinct or not, this whole thing does open the door for him to one day actually achieve Ultra Instinct, because if he was able to attain this, is he able to attain a power like this, then yeah, Ultra Instinct is definitely not beyond his reach now. So yeah, I don't know if it is specifically Ultra Instinct that did give him his power, but I would have to say that it was just a small portion. Yeah, I'd say it was more than likely a small portion of its power or something that did give Vegeta that boost. But like I said, I guess we'll just have to wait and see in order for Whis to give us another exposition dump in order to find out what it was. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, is that he did tap into a small portion of it, and that's how he was able to enhance his Super Saiyan Blue form. Um, Other than that, the majority of the episode, even before all that craziness happened, was Goku versus Jiren, and I gotta tell you, that little scuffle between him and Jiren in the between him and Jiren, like alone, had probably the most creative ideas that I've ever seen from a Goku fight in a long time. Especially when he was using the Kamehameha as a landmine technique, from even using the Destructo Disc, which I don't know why, but for some reason that was the biggest questionable moment I had in this episode. Don't ask me why, it just is, even though the answers to how he learned it is more than obvious. He probably trained a little with Krillin in order to learn it, but yeah, it's like, really? Goku can use Destructo Disc? I know it's a weird thing to really focus on as to what bothers you in this episode, but yeah, that was kind of, huh, really? You can use Destructo Disc? But it was still a cool moment, but it was like, oh really? Goku can use Destructo Disc? Really? Yeah, but anyway. Um, now, that's probably a nitpick though, but if I did have any major issues with the episode, I'd say there were definitely areas in this episode where the characters seemed a little off model. It was mainly with any of the main cast. Like it wasn't anything major. A scene here, a scene there, where the characters just did look a little off model in the design. Actually, the major thing that did give this away for me was the faces. Like a lot of the faces did seem a touch weird in this episode, and I noticed this especially after Vegeta transformed. Like when we see Vegeta fighting in his new form, you can kind of see that his face kind of looks a little off, more or less. But yeah. Um, Also, I don't normally mention it because because this is something that is because the music has always been epic in Dragon Ball, but the battle theme that played when Goku and Jiren started getting serious was just a fist pumping good time. Like I was actually rocking my head and rocking out to that song. Like it was just an overall good time. And what can I say about Jiren himself already that hasn't already been said? Like the man is an unstoppable force built of iron, steel, and pretty much any object you can think of that would require excessive force to break. Like, holy shit, Jiren, do you even have a weakness to speak of? And in many respects, it makes me worried that because he's so powerful, his like okay, the biggest concern I have going forward with Jiren is that because he's proven himself to be so powerful and whatnot, I am worried that they are going to go down the route where Jiren does end up getting defeated. And if they do that, where Goku or anyone Goku more than likely ends up defeating Jiren, I'm to be honest with you guys, I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna feel about that because to be honest with you, Jiren has maybe it's because Toei and Toriyama have built up Jiren as this massive powerful being. But honestly, any way that Jiren, it's like a lose-lose situation for me specifically. If no, it doesn't matter which way, no matter how Jiren gets defeated. If he does get defeated, it's gonna seem either anticlimactic or cheap to me. I'm not sure why I feel that way, but I do, and it's like the only way I'm. It's like the only way I might be happy is if this battle between Goku and Vegeta and Jiren ends in a draw. Like that's it's probably it's probably a very it's probably not the best way to end a fight, but that's really the only way I can see this. I can see this ending with ending without me feeling like it's without me feeling like it will be anticlimactic or cheap, and I'm not sure why or how I feel this way. I just do. So yeah. Now, another thing to mention in this episode is the beginning with Gohan and Red 17 versus Topo. And I okay, so the we see Gohan make a mistake in stopping his attack, stopping his Kamehameha from eliminating Topo from the tournament because Topo decided to be a cheap bastard and basically hold Android 17 hostage. And this is actually one of those situations that I remember was kind of playing around. All that was just blowing up on YouTube. Like people were making videos about it and whatnot, and making speculation videos about it and whatnot. And to be honest with you, it it didn't even. It was one of those moments that honestly we didn't even need to worry about to begin with, because it didn't because it was a moment that in the grand scheme of the whole freaking episode didn't even fucking matter. Like it was, I think what it was basically Toei trolling us. Like I think once in a while Toei will definitely write those. We'll definitely write those episode descriptions that kind of throw us off and say, "Oh God, is Gohan gonna get eliminated? Is he gonna get eliminated? Is he gonna get but is he gonna get eliminated because of this? Is he gonna get eliminated because of this?" But no, it was basically just the Toei pretty much trolled us with pretty much the spoilers. Like it didn't like Gohan's little little lapse in judgment there pretty much amounted to nothing. And I guess in a way I'm thankful for that. I guess like it was one of those moments where it happened so fast to the point where I didn't even care. Like literally, it happened in the blink of an eye to the point where who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? That's yeah, that's really all I can say. Like even and another reason is because when you really look at it, the mis- again, the mistake he made, it didn't lead him to anything. Like, he didn't get eliminated. He didn't end up getting knocked out. Nothing happened. So honestly, what reason is there to be pissed at it? It's like it would be a waste of people. Honestly, it'd be a waste of people's time if they got pissed at that moment. To be honest with you, and that again, if it did, again, that's only me saying this because nothing really did come of it. If something actually happened there, I would definitely probably be angry, but yeah, because nothing happened, there wasn't really anything worthy of being angry about. So yeah, I just thought I'd get that little PSA out there for those those who are still freaking out before they watch this episode. Like, yeah, guys, it was just Toei. It was just Toei trolling us, guys. Nothing to worry about, nothing to fear. So, but yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I have for this video. If you enjoyed it, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Death Knight of Enemy, signing off. Later, guys.